Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Celebs Daily. In today's video, we are going to talk about one of the most iconic Hollywood personality, NICOLE SMITH. I will do a sort of documentary where I talk about her childhood, how she became famous, how she dealt with fame, and her death. I know for some people it can be a difficult topic to talk about, but I feel like we should talk more about Hannah. She definitely had her ups and downs in her life just like everybody else. But she was someone really kind and sweet, and she had to go through a lot, so I really feel like she deserved to be remembered as the nice person that she was. Before starting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video, so let's get started. NICOLE SMITH, born as Vickeline Hogan in the 20th November 1967, was an American model, actress, and TV personality. Vickeline had a childhood that would define her in her adult life. Her parents divorced after 1 year of marriage and her mom remarried, and she had 5 step-siblings. At the age of 15, Anna dropped out of high school and started working at a chicken restaurant where she met her first husband. The marriage was short. During that time she had her first son, Daniel, that she would raise alone since the father decided to not be in his son's life. Things were tough and money was a big problem. So Anna's biggest goal was to give a comfortable life to her son, and she decided to move to Houston and start working at a strip club. Her family was totally against the idea, and her mom even showed up in front of the club to stop her daughter, but Anna of course didn't want it. During this time, Anna met the man that would change her life, billionaire James Howard Marshall. At the time, James was lonely and depressed because he lost his wife and mistress, and the day he met Anna for the first time he was amazed by her beauty, so she became his girlfriend. People close to Anna described their relationship as not as what many people thought. Anna needed financial stability and James liked beautiful women, so they were both happy in this relationship. But the media didn't have the same opinion, but we're gonna talk about this later. Anna during that time sent her picture to Playboy magazine, and of course with her magnificent beauty they decided to hire her for a Playboy cover, and that eventually led her to win the Playboy Maid of the Year in 1998. After that, she was hired by several fashion brands, and one of them was Guess, where they asked her to do a photo shoot, and this shoot made her famous internationally. A lot of people liked Anna because she really reminded of Marilyn Monroe, and I see the similarities. She's really beautiful, and Anna even admitted that Marilyn was one of her idols. She even lived in her house. Anna's career was going great, but something happened that will eventually stop her moment of glory. Her husband James Marshall dies and doesn't mention Anna in the will, but only his son Everett Marshall. The two of course began a messy court battle that would lead them to go twice at the Supreme Court. And things weren't looking good for Anna. The judge didn't believe her version of the story, and Everett stated that Anna was with his father just for the money, and the media were bashing her, calling her a gold digger and making fun of her appearance because she gained a little weight at the time. And I find all of this extremely disrespectful, and it shows how society are more easy on judging a woman than a man. Like in this case, Anna was dating James because of his financial situation and probably because she was in love. I don't know, none of us will never know. She stated that she was in love with him. But James Marshall was also dating her for his own benefit. He was literally an 80-year-old man that went to a strip club, took a young woman to his home. At the time, if I'm not wrong, Anna was like around 18, 19, 20 years old. Then he started dating her, and he married her when he was 89 and she was 25. So he knew what he was doing. But the media only decided to shame Anna, making her looking like she was this money-hungry woman. But James wasn't better than her. From my research, the case never found an end. I found a post made by Forbes in 2017 where the judge said that the case won't see an end soon. As we said before, Anna's career was popping thanks to her Playboy shoot, the Guess shoot, and many others, but sadly her addiction to prescription drugs and a luxurious lifestyle led her to have some financial issues. At the time, reality TV shows were everyone's favorite. The Osbournes, for example, had their own, so he decided to give Anna her own show called The NICOLE SMITH Show. You're so outrageous. It was a success because people found that entertaining, but in reality the show really documented her downfall. Everyone was using her as a joke to laugh at, but she wasn't. In reality, she really needed help. But the TV show also showed how Anna was loving and caring about everyone, especially her son Daniel. He was her life. After 2 seasons, the show got cancelled and she decided to become the face of Trimsa, a diet pill. At the time, Anna lost tons of weight and she looked amazing, and everyone was shocked by her transformation. She also took part on Kanye West's music video called The Workout Plan. Everything seemed to go back on track when it comes to her career, but her addiction was a really big problem. She kinda confirmed that during her appearance to the 2004 Billboard, where she was acting a little weird. What she was saying really didn't make any sense, so probably she was under the effect of substances or something like that. Of course, after this event, fans were really worried about Anna and her mental health. As we mentioned before, Anna got married for the first time when she was only 17 with her co-worker Billy Wayne Smith, and they had their first son Daniel, but the marriage didn't last long, and then she married James Marshall at the age of 25. Her love life of course didn't stop there. Anna also had a relationship with photographer Larry Birkhead. The man in a recent interview described his relationship with the model as kinda rocky. Every time he tried to leave Anna, she would scream and yell, and things were even more complicated because she was pregnant with their first daughter. The photographer also stated that Anna's lawyer, Howard K. Stern, was too invasive in their relationship. He was always trying to get in business that shouldn't matter to him. And if you saw Anna's reality show, you know that her and Howard were really close. Their relationship was more than just professional, but we're gonna talk about this later. Larry, after knowing that Anna was pregnant with his kid, of course he thought that things needed to work out, but everything went differently. After 6 months of pregnancy, Anna decided to move to the Bahamas and announced to the world that she was pregnant. But she never mentioned the name of the father, and of course the media started rumors. The 7th September 2006, she gave birth to her beautiful daughter, Danielle. Many family members confirmed that Anna always wanted a daughter. It was a dream. She would buy baby girl's outfit even way before she was pregnant. This moment should be one of the most beautiful moments in Anna's life, but sadly things changed really quickly. Her son Daniel decided to go to the Bahamas to see his baby sister for the first time, and he decided to take a nap, but sadly he never woke up, and he died the 10th December 2006, only 3 days after his sister's birth. The cause of death was an accidental overdose of drugs and antidepressants. Anna of course was absolutely shocked and devastated. Daniel was her world. She worked so hard to give him the good life that he deserved. She loved him with all of her heart. At the funeral, Anna asked to open the coffin, and when she saw her son's body, she started crying and screaming at him, "Wake up Daniel, you're doing okay," and the bodyguard needed to take her out. After that, sadly, the problems weren't over for Anna. She got married to her lawyer, Howard K. Stern, not too long after her son's death, and of course people were shocked about it, and also Stern claimed that he was Daniel's father, while Larry Birkhead said otherwise, so the two became a court battle that ended up with a paternity test that confirmed that Larry was the real father. We have some updates about Anna's daughter. Now Larry is raising her as a single father, and he's making sure that his daughter has a different life away from Hollywood, and he's also making sure that Daniel knows the real story about her mom and how much she loved her. Anna's death was a shock for everyone, but now let's talk about the last hour of Anna's life. She was staying at the Hardcore Hotel with her lawyer, bodyguard and nurses. She was feeling really sick, but she refused to go to the hospital to avoid media and paparazzi. She wasn't eating enough, and she was only taking her medicine and probably even more. The situation went for a couple of days, and then, while Anna was sleeping, her nurses started to shake her and talk to her, but Anna wasn't responding. Her bodyguard and nurses tried to do CPR on her, and they also called the 911, but sadly she didn't make it. She was pronounced dead the 8th February 2007, only 5 months after her son's death and the birth of her daughter. The cause of death was an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. But sadly the problems didn't stop even after her death, cause it was still going on the court battle for her hearing test, the paternity test, and also the court battle between her mom, Larry, and Howard for the location where Anna's body should be buried. Anna finally was buried in the Bahamas next to her son. After that, many started to wonder what really happened to Anna. Some people said it was suicide, but the family denied that, saying that Anna had so much to live for. She just had her baby girl and she wanted her so bad, so it wasn't suicide for them. While others were wondering what was Howard's part on Anna's death. I understand why people had doubt about him. He married her short after his son's death. He was using fake names to get her prescription drugs, so of course something wasn't right in my opinion. So here's my thought. I think Anna was one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, but sometimes this can be a tragedy. We saw the same with many celebrities, like for example Marilyn Monroe. The media, money and fame is a lot to handle, and it's even worse when the people around you isn't loving or supporting. I think we should also make a distinction between Anna Nicole and Vicky Lynn. Anna Nicole was the one that we saw in front of the camera acting sometimes extra, knowing how to pose in front of the camera and get people's attention. But I feel like that was just a facade. In reality, Birkhead was someone that needed just love, help, and appreciation. She needed so much love, especially by her family. For example, one time she decided to have a Christmas party with her family where she showered everyone with expensive gifts, but the family members, after they got a gift, they left. They stayed there for like 30 minutes, according to the documentary and NICOLE Smith, the final 20. I will link it down below. So she wanted to be loved by the people around her, but I feel like people just wanted to benefit from her. I mean, not everyone, but most of them for sure. And thanks to this video, I also want to show people that Anna Nicole wasn't just the girl that we saw in front of the camera, that we saw in court, that we saw, you know, in so many situations. I saw many documentaries where people were just talking about her addiction, but Anna Nicole was so much more than that. Her addiction was a part of her life that of course was negative, but at the same time Anna Nicole is way more than that. She was a loving mother, she cared about anyone, and she just needed love. So I hope you understood that from this video. And I also hope now we have a better idea of who Anna Nicole Smith was, and we remember her as this loving mother and amazing person. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the video, what do you think about her story. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time. Bye.